Hello everyone. Welcome to this exciting chemistry session. Today, we are diving into a fundamental concept in Atoms and Molecules for Class 9, Understanding and Calculating Molecular Mass and Formula Unit Mass. This topic is like learning to weigh tiny, invisible building blocks of everything around us. We'll start with the basics, gradually moving through easy, medium, hard, and even hardest levels, ensuring you master these calculations completely. Get ready to explore the world of chemical weights. Let's begin our journey with the easy level. Here, we'll establish the foundational understanding of what molecular mass and formula unit mass are and how to perform basic calculations. First up, molecular mass. Imagine a tiny water molecule. It's made of hydrogen and oxygen atoms. Molecular mass is simply the total weight of all these atoms combined in one molecule. We use U as the unit, standing for atomic mass unit. To calculate it, you just add up the atomic masses of each atom, remembering to multiply by how many of each type are present. For example, in water, HO, you have 2 hydrogen atoms and 1 oxygen atom. So, it's 2 times 1U for hydrogen, plus 1 times 16U for oxygen, giving us 18U. Easy, right? Now, let's talk about formula unit mass. This term is used for compounds like common salt, sodium chloride, which is NaCl. Unlike water, these compounds don't exist as individual molecules but as a vast network of ions. So, we talk about a formula unit, the simplest whole number ratio of ions in that network. The calculation method is exactly the same. Sum up the atomic masses of all atoms in that formula unit. For NaCl, it's 23U for sodium plus 35.5U for chlorine, totaling 58.5U. The key difference is the asterisk type asterisk of compound, molecules for covalent, formula units for ionic. Time to practice what you've learned. Here are 3 quick questions for you. Try to calculate the molecular mass for ammonia, NH, and methane, CH. Also, find the formula unit mass for potassium chloride, KCl. Pause the video, do the calculations, and then check your answers. Good luck! Ready to go a bit deeper? Welcome to the medium level, where we'll elaborate on these concepts and tackle slightly more complex calculations. At this level, let's refine our understanding of atomic mass. Remember, U stands for atomic mass unit, defined as 1/12 the mass of a carbon-12 atom. It's a convenient way to express the incredibly small masses of atoms. Molecular mass applies specifically to covalent compounds formed by electron sharing, like glucose. We'll see how calculating glucose's molecular mass, a relatively larger molecule, demonstrates its importance in understanding molecular weights and properties. Next, let's delve more into formula unit mass. This concept is vital for ionic compounds, which are formed by the transfer of electrons and exist as crystal lattices, not discrete molecules. Calcium carbonate, found in chalk and seashells, is a great example. Its formula unit mass helps us understand the relative weight of its simplest ionic ratio within that vast lattice structure. The calculation, while similar, emphasizes the distinct nature of ionic bonding. So, what are the key takeaways between molecular mass and formula unit mass? Both are calculated by summing atomic masses and use the unit U. The crucial distinction lies in the type of chemical bond and structure. Molecular mass for covalent compounds forming discrete molecules, and formula unit mass for ionic compounds forming extended lattices. Understanding this difference is fundamental for correctly categorizing and calculating the masses of different types of chemical substances. Now, it's your turn to apply these deeper insights. Here are 5 practice questions. Calculate the masses for sulfuric acid, magnesium hydroxide, ethanol, and sodium carbonate. For the last one, consider whether it's a molecular or formula unit mass and then calculate its value. Take your time, apply the steps, and consolidate your understanding. Alright, let's step up the challenge. Welcome to the hard level, where we'll connect these mass calculations to broader chemical theories and real-world applications. At this level, it's important to distinguish between molecular formula unit mass in U and molar mass in G mol. While numerically equivalent, molar mass represents the mass of Avogadro's number of particles, linking our tiny atomic units to macroscopic, measurable quantities. This conversion is the cornerstone of stoichiometry, allowing us to accurately predict reactant and product quantities in chemical reactions, a critical skill in chemistry. Let's also explore calculating masses for hydrates. These are compounds, typically ionic, that incorporate water molecules into their crystal structure, like copper sulfate pentahydrate. When calculating their formula unit mass, you must include the mass of all the water molecules attached. This demonstrates how to handle more complex formulas and ensures precise mass determination for these specific types of compounds. The importance of these calculations extends far beyond the classroom. In pharmaceuticals, accurate molecular masses ensure correct drug dosages. In industry, they're vital for quality control and efficient production. Environmental scientists use them to quantify pollutants, and food scientists for nutritional analysis. These calculations are not just academic exercises, they are essential tools across various scientific and engineering fields, impacting our daily lives. Now, tackle these 7 challenging questions. You'll calculate for organic acids, complex ionic compounds, and even hydrates. There's also a question connecting mass to moles, a percentage composition problem, and one where you identify an unknown metal. These problems will test your comprehensive understanding and application of molecular and formula unit mass calculations. Good luck! Are you ready for the ultimate challenge? Welcome to the hardest level, where we'll delve into the most intricate aspects, competitive insights, and real-world engineering implications of molecular and formula unit mass. Here, we'll consider the precision of atomic masses. Remember, the atomic masses in the periodic table are weighted averages of isotopes. This subtle detail is crucial for high-precision science, where techniques like mass spectrometry are used to determine exact isotopic compositions and highly accurate molecular masses. Understanding this historical evolution, from Dalton to the carbon-12 standard, highlights how scientific measurements become progressively more precise and standardized over time. Beyond simple compounds, these concepts extend to vast realms. For polymers and biomolecules, we often talk about average molecular weight due to their varying sizes. This is critical in fields like materials science and biochemistry. Furthermore, the principles of molecular mass are fundamental in engineering for chemical process design, material synthesis, and quality control. From drug dosage precision to environmental monitoring, these calculations are the backbone of quantitative science and engineering. Let's connect this to advanced stoichiometry. Molecular and formula unit masses are indispensable for calculating percentage composition, determining empirical and molecular formulas from experimental data, and solving complex limiting reagent problems. These are not just theoretical exercises, they are practical tools for predicting reaction outcomes and optimizing chemical processes. Mastering these calculations provides a powerful foundation for understanding quantitative chemistry at a deeper, more predictive level. Finally, consider the broader impact. Accurate molecular mass data is the bedrock for innovation in diverse fields. From developing new drugs with precise dosages in pharmaceuticals to ensuring the quality and consistency of materials in manufacturing, and even monitoring pollutants in our environment, the ability to quantify matter at the molecular level is paramount. This deep understanding empowers scientists and engineers to solve real-world problems and drive technological advancements, illustrating the enduring legacy of these fundamental chemical concepts. All right, here are your first 5 challenging questions for the hardest level. You'll apply your knowledge to determine molecular formulas from empirical data, calculate percentage composition, and even quantify molecules in a drug tablet. There's also a stoichiometry problem linking mass to product formation and a complex hydrate calculation. These require careful application of all the concepts we've discussed. And here are the final 5 questions to truly test your mastery. You'll compare the number of molecules in different masses of compounds, delve into molar volume, identify an unknown metal in an ionic compound, and provide a detailed explanation distinguishing molecular from formula unit mass based on bonding. These questions demand not just calculation skills but also a deep conceptual understanding. Take your time, think critically, and apply everything you've learned. You've journeyed through the fascinating world of molecular and formula unit mass calculations, from the basics to the most advanced concepts. I hope you now feel confident in tackling any problem related to this topic. For more engaging and in-depth learning experiences like this, head over to synapse.omaps.in. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for regular updates and more amazing educational content. Keep learning, keep exploring, and keep excelling in chemistry. See you in the next session.